What up, man? It's ATX Cypher. I'm out here with Najar Media. We at Zilker Park doing a little EPK interview, man. I'm from Minnesota, but I'm rapping out of Austin. So 512-612 type of shit. And yeah, man, just check me out. I'm ATX Cypher on all social medias. That's ATX_Cypher with a Y.
Man, tarnish up your image, but your rap career's a scrimmage. Try handing off the ball, we might finish. Strictly business, steady flexing on the world. Texting bitches, not your girl.
At first I wasn't sure, man. It kind of just developed naturally over time, probably how it does with, most artists. Growing up, my main focus was Tupac, definitely. I used to call myself the #1 self-proclaimed Tupac fan. I had all his music videos on DVD, even back then, man, and they had all sorts of explicit stuff on there, and I still had them, man. I was like 12, and anything Tupac I had his plays written down and everything, man. So, yeah, man, he was really my main focus, and any kind of lyrical stuff I'm always into, and so, yeah, that just developed over time, and that would be my main focus, my main kind of strive of what type of music I make, so, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta tell him. Everybody tripping, fighting for perfection, flexing on the gram, that's deception.
And a lot of lyrical rappers, man, they try to stuff as many kind of syllables and everything that they can in there. I try to kind of keep mine a little vibey and rhythmic. A lot of white rappers kind of mainly, it tends to be, will stuff as many in there as possible. I try to do both, man. I keep it rhythmic and groovy and still hit you with all sorts of acronyms and synonyms and metaphors and double entendres. So yeah, man, that's my type of shit. Yeah, man, I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I came down here about 2010. The real reason I came down here is I actually got robbed by a lot of my good homies back in Minnesota. It happened a couple times, and yeah, after I think it was the third time, I was like, man, I gotta change my situation up. So that's why I came down here. It was about 2010. My dad lived down here in Austin, so I figured, I have some sort of support system. And yeah, man, I came down here and just started doing it ever since, man. I met King Kenobi, and that's when really I started making music seriously. And yeah, I had my daughter back probably a couple years when I moved down here. That kind of took up my time for the most part. And then after that, yeah, after I, had a good career going and all that, could afford to do the music, that's when I really started doing it. Maybe 2019, probably when I first dropped my first record. So, yeah. Yeah, when I first came down here, I had to get a job, so I was working at a sub sandwich shop, Firehouse Subs, and that's where I met King Kenobi. He was working there too, so yeah, he was the first one that I really ran into, first one I was doing music with and everything. And then yeah, after that, that's when I kind of started finding out about more of the more popular ones. I think the League of Extraordinary G's was going on back then, Dat Boy Super, and all them type of cats.
On the ass rap, could you get the feature if you didn't pay the cash yet? I doubt it. I'm smoking something all the time, wrecking records when I rhyme, keeping Lucy in the sky, cause the sunshine is dripping on my brain.
Now, I think this is probably everyone's answer, but I think I really bring something unique to a live show and just hip hop in general for two reasons. One is my work ethic. And you're gonna see it all over social media. You'll see all my posts everywhere. I'm all over everything. I run ads on Facebook, Instagram. I make my own flyers if I'm not the main artist on a show, all that type of shit. I see a lot of artists kind of lazy. So yeah, I'm not on that tip at all. I bring a good fan base with me. I actually bring a crowd with me, when I perform. Some people, they come there and they just expect the whole crowd to be filled up. That's not me. Also, I'm positive.
You dig? Old head cappers, big rap trappers, big ape applying pressure. Which one fold faster? I don't even care, just bury them right after.
Yeah, man, especially when you're starting out and no one knows your name, I feel like you gotta network as much as possible. That's the most important part of it. Especially collabing, that's probably the most way you can get your name out there, because now you got the other guy pushing your stuff. It's two people working at it instead of just one. So that was my main focus, was just to collab with as many people. I was just trying to do singles, but it ended up being a tape. That one's called Cody Metaverse. I was gonna say Choice Beats on Loose Leaf, that was my one before. It's Cody Metaverse is the ATX collab. Yeah, so I put that together. It's like 10 or 13 tracks, all ATX cats. And from that's when I kind of had the idea to do the festival, because I met so many different ATX MCs. I was like, man, I could throw a dope event together. So that's kind of how that came together. And yeah, man, like I said, just collabing and networking is probably the best way to get your name out there when you're starting out.
up with any see the villain, what you call.
I feel like everyone says this, but my music's not like something you're gonna hear everywhere else, man. There's tons of white rappers out there, but to me there isn't any that got both, you know, the bars and the swagger. I feel like there's white rappers that are super lyrical, almost too much, where you can't really vibe to it really, or they'll just be extra simple and not entertaining, and, you know, just saying simple shit over and over the beat. Dr. Seuss type shit. I think I bring in a nice combination of all of them. Also, you see me constantly, like I said, networking and rapping with some of the dopest artists in the city. So yeah, there's a chance when you book ATX Cypher, you're gonna get some of the dopest artists in the city coming with them. So yeah.
I give a murder in the first when I murder in the verse. See him flowing on a podcast and know this shit's rehearsed. Guess they got a good edit guy. Mentioned if I said it, I'm flowing.
Yeah, after I dropped my first EP, like I said, I was doing all those collabs and yeah, just networking. And yeah, so I met all these artists in the town. I ended up talking with so many, I had more than enough to put together a mixtape. And you know, so instead of just, you know, dropping singles and doing artwork for each one, I just put it all together in the Cody Metaverse. And yeah, I dropped a visual for that one, Toxins. That's with Nez, man. Big and Little did the visual. And then I did Proceed with Caution on another visual on there with Throw the Roses, Nez again, with Najar Media. Check that one out. That one's dope.
Drugs got me numb, I don't feel shit. I'm who you wanna keep shit real with. Two with the drill bits, I wish a nigga would. I drill shit real quick, I just hit a switch.
Yeah, so I was just building bridges with so many artists out there. I had over like 200 artists within a day get back to me when I made a post about maybe putting together some sort of festival. And yeah, after that, I think it was Najar who helped me actually get in contact with Texas Music Ranch. So we put together that, and then from there, yeah, it just snowballed. I got the permits and all the vendors and everything, and yeah, we've just been locking it in. Every speed bump along the road, there's speed bumps in every part of every aspect of it, man. So yeah, it's been tough. Financially, I mean, obviously I knew when I was gonna do it that I wasn't gonna make any money off of it. It was more for the event. But yeah, man, just all the different vendors and permits and this and that. It's been tough, man.
Don't give a fuck about none of y'all when it's blatant. I really hope you slip your cut your junkie while you shaving. Take this 99 TPX to your head and cave it in. Yeah, I'm playing nice with the other side. Is it safe for them? I'm still a villain. I was born with the taste of sin. I ride with gorillas and all of these apes are next to kin. Yeah, so it's deeper than rest.
So when I was putting it together, I had my mom come live with me. She was kind of falling on hard times, so she had moved in with me. And yeah, maybe about a few weeks back, this is about 2 weeks until the actual event, she had some chest pains, went in to the doctor, and we found out she had terminal lung cancer. And yeah, man, it was only about a week after that she ended up, you know, passing. And you know, at the same time, I had this festival going on, my podcast, you know, my general music career. I'm a father. I work a full-time 9 to 5. So yeah, man, it's been a lot. But she was a big fan of my music and everything. So you know, we gotta keep pushing on. And now I kind of look at the festival as like a dedication to her.
Rapping till I'm famous. Can't deal with complainers. Deal tanks out of containers. Haters hating that they ain't us there.
I'm really hoping my music festival takes off. That'd be dope if it turned into like an Austin, Texas staple, and it was a sustainable business. As far as my music, I really haven't dropped a first true album, so I'll be working on that. I want to put together at least like 10 or so tracks before I can drop it. I don't want to, you know, force it out or anything. I want it to be my best track, so maybe I'll do like 100 tracks and the dopest 10 ones I'll put together for an album. Besides that, I'll just be working nonstop, working with as many people as I can, doing as many visuals. I think the visuals are a big key in today's hip-hop world, any music really. So I'll be putting as many visuals as I can together. You'll be seeing them. And then, yeah, man, probably just my first album will be my big thing besides the festival. And then my podcast, you gonna pass that podcast. Check that one out too.
On job, not worried what my peers do. When they hating on you, that's how you know the fear's true.
I'm also working on an ATX hip-hop comedy kind of stoner movie. It's like a traditional buddy comedy. It'll feature ATX artists from all over the city. I got about half the script written right now, and as soon as I'm done with that, the festival calms down, we're gonna start filming on that. I'm really excited about it. I got some major ATX cats already trying to work with it. I know Certified City's down to help on the soundtrack, and yeah, Ned's trying to be up in it. We're gonna have a bunch of people in it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be, I think, me and Big T kind of, you know, just going throughout the day, and a bunch of ridiculous shit happens to us. Yeah, man, I'll probably drop that in about a year. Check it out.
The flint up on your lighter, let distractions take you higher. It's Cypher, real name Tyler, never reckless, just inspired.
Well, the old days of pulling up, you know, with the physicals and popping your truck, I think that's kind of died out. The internet's king these days, probably by a long shot. For me, People, I think they don't really have a good attention span these days. So if you want them to listen, you're gonna have to put together a dope visual. I have an EP and a mixtape, and I think I have like 5 or 6 visuals out, and I've only had like an EP so far. I'm working on a double feature with Big and Little. That's a whole sack video, and then I got the one after that I'm dropping with Envy, Eric Sattler. So I got 2 visuals working on. I got this EPK I'm doing with Najar. You gotta check that out. And then, yeah, those are my 3 main shooters, man. Big and Little, Envy, and Najar, man. So if you need some dope video work in Austin, check them out.
Toxins, they a friend of me. Get lifted for like 10 apiece. I'm drifting, smoking plenty Z's.
Yeah, I mean, the festival is definitely my main thing right now, but I do have other few dope things in the works. I got my podcast coming out. It's actually already out. I dropped the first couple episodes. It's called You Gon' Pass That Podcast. It's got me and Big T. He's with the higher class THC. You gotta check it out. We smoke weed, chop it up. We watch funny ass clips. I got that movie that I'm working on. I'll probably drop it in maybe about a year. You know, movies take a while. Yeah, it's a stoner buddy comedy. And yeah, like I said, that was with Big T. And those would be my 2 main things, the movie, the festival, and yeah, any visuals I got working on.
Blunt, that's personal skunk. A couple benzos get perfectly drunk. Yeah, I'm head first.
Interesting thing about me, man, the main thing is probably that I wasn't born here. I was born in the suburbs of Minneapolis, 612. I came down in 2010. Yeah, after my apartment got ransacked several times by my close buddies. I've been just getting into trouble, you know, generally in life. So coming down to Texas and having my daughter shortly after that really saved my life. I think all but 1 or 2 of the people I ran around with, they're either dead or in jail now. So, you know, similar story as a lot of motherfuckers got. I was always really good in school until I got hooked on drugs. I went from being like a straight A student to falling out of high school like a few short years later. Came down to like 1 test I had to pass to get my diploma. Somehow I had a buddy, Ryan, shout out Ryan. He had all the test answers and gave them to me. I cheated on the test, and that's the only reason I passed high school, man. It was crazy.
Around the city, floating on the whole sack. The crowd goes solid when I pull back. Oh snap, Cypher fucked around, got a soul track. Kojak, I'm taking these rappers cause they flow back. Goddamn, right around the city.
Yeah, man, I'm ATX Cypher on all social media. My Spotify is ATX Cypher as well. If you go to any of my socials, you'll see any of my links to my music there, to the festival there. You can search Cody Metaverse, it's gonna pop up. You should definitely pull up to my event, Bars, Jar, Cigars, June 11th. I try to make it into something really special. The first year, we got some of the best artists already out of Austin. It's gonna be dope. We got some of the dopest food trucks from Austin. Yeah, man, and all my visuals will be under ATX Cypher Music on YouTube. All my show dates, tour dates, and everything like that will be on my website, atxcypher.com. And yeah, man, just come fuck with me, ATX Cypher.
Cause yeah, I can take your calls. I'm in hotels with lobsters. I'm riding around the city, floating on the whole sack. The crowd goes solid when I pull back.
YouTube views, 31,963 in 2 years. Some of my top videos, Proceed with Caution, 3.4 thousand views. Rap Appetite, 3.2 thousand. And I got Toxins, 1.8 thousand. Also got Picture Perfect, 1.8 thousand. Sunshine, 1.3 thousand. Scuffz on your tennis shoes, 1.8 thousand. My Spotify streams, I'm at 5.9 thousand streams in 2 years. Cody Metaverse, just that tape alone, had 2,000 streams. My best singles, The Craft, got 1.2 thousand streams, and Pocket Full of Dreams with G Dolla's got 1.5 thousand streams. And the total music I put out so far in the 2 years is just 1 EP, a collab mixtape, and 5 visual. Yeah, man, that's a wrap, man. That's my EPK, this ATX Cypher. I'm out here at Zilker Park with Najar Media, man. I got a bunch of shit coming up. Definitely check out Bars, Jar, Cigars, June 11th. And yeah, you can find me at atxcypher.com. Peace.